Alright, welcome everybody in here. We're about to start. Give a little bit of a, I guess you could call it a pre-show. That's what everybody seems to be doing right now, giving some predictions and expectations. Let everybody get in here. I guess you could call it a pre-show. That's what everybody seems to be doing right now, giving some predictions and expectations. Let everybody get in here. I guess you could call it a pre-show. That's what everybody seems to be doing right now, giving some predictions and expectations. Let everybody get in here. I guess you could call it a pre-show. That's what everybody seems to be doing right now, giving some predictions and expectations. Let everybody get in here. Just give me one sec, guys. I guess you could call it a pre-show. That's what everybody seems to be doing right now, giving some predictions and expectations. Let everybody get in here. Just give me one sec, guys. I guess you could call it a pre-show. That's what everybody seems to be doing right now, giving some predictions and expectations. Let everybody get in here. Just give me one sec, guys. I guess you could call it a pre-show. What everybody seems to be doing right now, giving some predictions and expectations. Let everybody get I hear the loop. One sec, guys. You could call it a pre-show. That's what everybody seems to be doing right now, giving some predictions and expectations. Let everybody get I hear the loop. One sec, guys. You could call it a pre-show. That's what everybody seems to be doing right now, giving some predictions and expectations. Let everybody get I hear the loop. One sec, guys. You could call it a pre-show. Okay, I think I solved it. I had a different tab up with a ton of folders. Sorry about that. Let's see. Okay. Everything sound good now, guys? It's good to start off the stream just a minute or two early to figure out the problems. Should be gone now. Yeah, I apologize. I'm working on a lot of videos, and one tab had like 70 tabs open, and probably how that happened. Regardless, here we go. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I got all the settings right, and we're going to discuss things in just about a minute. Let's see. Yeah, so far this is what's been shown on the pre-show, if you were curious. This is going on, I believe, on Jeff Keighley's channel. It's just a bunch of... it's other stuff. You got Dragon Quest coming to Xbox. Let's see, we got another game, Exo Mecha, a free-to-play game coming in 2021. And that's about it right now. I'll go to the...
right here. It is the beautiful, translucent Halo Edition Xbox. When I first saw this machine, I absolutely fell in love with it. So ahead of its time. And so many great AAA games as well as hidden gems. And then when it came time...
yeah, I'll leave that be for now because I actually want to discuss, but pretty much they're just going over some minor, smaller things, and they have some other people on. But that's the pre-show that people are talking about if you were curious at all. But to some of the actual other stuff I want to get into, which is just going over some of the rumors and expectations. Remember, the show doesn't start for another... let me open the tab up and we'll... yeah, 22 minutes we're away from that, okay? We're going to head to that immediately, just like we did with the PlayStation 5 stream a couple weeks back. But this has got to be big for Xbox. They gotta land it. They gotta... I mean, let me see. I think I have an article up from just what happened last time. If you guys remember, that May event was disappointing. I'll find it in a second. Maybe we'll come upon it later, but... yeah, here it is. This is actually what I was looking for. Xbox is left apologizing for yesterday's next-gen gameplay stream. Regardless of what your opinion was, a lot of people felt like expectations were wrong because a lot of people were expecting this to be the big next-gen reveal. Regardless of what your opinion is on the PlayStation 5 stream, I know some people really thought it was good. Personally, myself, I thought it was pretty solid for a showcase. Showcases always seem to leave people with, I guess, higher than expected anticipations, but... yeah, this is what Xbox had said. Aaron Greenberg, one of the executives, the marketing boss, he said, had we not said anything and just shown May Inside Xbox show like we did last month, I suspect reactions might have been different. And that's exactly what it was, because the event was hyped up, and there was a negative for Xbox, and PlayStation stole the thunder a month later with that. I would personally say it was, in parts, impressive. Because it actually felt like an actual next-gen stream in many ways, especially with the announcement of Horizon Zero Dawn and some other games that we honestly didn't expect to see. Josh Keaton, I have no idea. And if you were curious how long this stream is going to go for, it seems like the big showcase, which takes place in 20 more minutes, is going to be about an hour long. So if you're curious if this is going to be some super, super duper long, no, it's going to be about an hour long. And it seems like Halo Infinite is going to be the focus.
Keep up the good work. been around since you were hyping things up for Red Dead 2.
Thank you.
Keep doing your thing, you have come a long way.
Thank you, Austin. Thank you for that donation. Wow, $50. That was very, very generous of you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we have come a long way. If many of you remember my Red Dead 2 days when we did streams like this for any announcements, and hopefully one day we'll be doing one for Red Dead 3 if that ever does come to fruition. Although I suspect that'll be like 10 years from now, unfortunately, just based on the pace that Rockstar Games is going. But thank you, Austin, really, for that awesome donation. But getting back to what I was saying before, Halo, this is supposed to be the focus. We're going to probably see, I would assume, a good portion of the show is just going to be on Halo Infinite campaign gameplay. This is some of the rumors that's been going around, so if you're curious what this is, apparently this is like a 4chan post, which, 4chan post, I don't know why Games Media reports on this, but this has been going around, people have been talking about this. I don't know if there's any validity to this, but I will say the Halo franchise does have to evolve forward. If we're being honest, Halo, just for myself at least, I haven't been a big Halo fan since Reach. I know some people don't care for Reach, but I thought Reach was, at least the story, the campaign was very compelling, and I thought the multiplayer was a lot of fun, especially with map design. A lot of memories with Reach. Let's see. Let's keep going. Yeah, and this was another rumor that popped up from a journalist. I believe he's from Vice. Patrick Klepek, he says, genuinely curious to see Halo Infinite tomorrow, which is today now, and he said he heard one pitch internally was Halo plus Skyrim. Why is that always, like, the pitch everywhere? Halo plus, Skyrim plus whatever. Like, even Red Dead Redemption 2, that was a game that had the exact same thing. Internally, there was some discussion about adopting elements from Halo. From Skyrim. Yeah, let me know, you guys, all of your expectations, but I did this in my last stream with the PlayStation 5, and I wanted to pop up some of the, let's see, PS5 or Xbox expectations bingo card. So here's a bingo card. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think any of this is going to be shown? We got an ID at Xbox Spotlight, sizzle reel, probably, a teaser for Gears of War. Do you think we're going to see something for Gears? Do you think this is the time for them to do it? Maybe. It depends really how much they're going to actually show. But there's a lot already been speculated about this, so I'm not really sure. Halo Infinite gameplay, we already know that. We're going to see campaign. Let's see, Spencer t-shirt tease maybe. Undead Labs world premiere. That's another one that I think's very likely. Flight Simulator release date. We'll see something with Flight Simulator for sure. Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay. The thing is, Microsoft has some partnerships with companies like CD Projekt Red and Ubisoft, so not seeing at least one of these games wouldn't surprise me at all. Xbox Game Studios' new IP, I think that's kind of a... I'm trying to think of what studio would possibly do that, I'm not sure. Battletoads release date, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 teaser. I think we're going to see more footage of that for sure, since that's really like the one exclusive that I can think of that's really been, I guess has sparked some intrigue because it's unique and different. Xbox Series X price reveal. I would love to see a price reveal. Do you think we're going to see that? There's just so many things that could happen, but I just don't know. And right now, Xbox and PlayStation have this little standoff going. Who's going to budge first with price so they can undercut each other? And anyway, Grand Theft Auto 5, again, which, I will say that was one of the strangest things about the PlayStation 5 stream, the event, was Grand Theft Auto 5 first being shown, but, I guess this is like Skyrim all over again, which it's just going to travel next gen to next gen until eventually people stop buying the game. Xbox Series X free space, Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay. We'll talk about that in a second. There has been some speculation and some rumors directly coming from Xbox, which indicates this game right here will be shown in some capacity. What's actually going to be shown? Who knows? Is it going to just be an advertisement for the console, the special edition console? Maybe, maybe not. Optimized for Xbox Series X sizzle reel, maybe again. Everwild gameplay, that's a game that's been shown before, wouldn't surprise me. Age of Empires 4 release date, maybe. Perfect Dark teaser. This is one of the games that's been heavily speculated for years now, and I think a lot of people want to see that franchise revitalized, so we'll see. This is the one that I think they have to show it. They have to show it now. Come on, it's been years. Even internally, I heard from some developers that this was supposed to be releasing originally in 2021. I'm sure that's maybe been pushed back, since that was also like 3 or 4 years ago I heard that and saw some documents, but Fable's got to show up eventually. Obsidian Entertainment teaser. The Outer Worlds DLC's already been teased. We already know that's going to be shown for sure. Anything more than that, I'd be surprised. A new studio acquisition. Microsoft's been having a lot of discussion about Japanese game studios. It would be nice to see them go out and get one. Sega partnership. Forza 8 world premiere. Again, we always see these car games. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Elden Ring gameplay. Right now, some journalists and some sources and leakers have indicated that this is not going to be shown, unfortunately, so keep expectations in check at least to this. And then a Rare teaser. So, that's the bingo card. We'll see what happens on this. I'm not sure how much of this is actually going to be shown, but there are some things that I think are obvious. Halo Infinite gameplay's already been confirmed. Cyberpunk gameplay would not surprise me. The game comes out in a number of months. Some free marketing during one of the biggest events of the year. It just makes sense, especially since CDPR and Microsoft are partnered up for this game. Price reveal also, again, would be nice, but right now I'm just curious how long this standoff is going to go on between Sony and Microsoft. Yeah, we're about 15 minutes away from the show actually starting. Let me, yeah, again, the show is going to be about 1 hour in length. Let's see. And again, the Halo Infinite reveal includes campaign gameplay, no multiplayer. Well, at least that's the speculation, that we're not going to see multiplayer yet. Some people have been holding out hope we're going to have like a Halo beta as soon as this stream ends, which we'll see. I mean, I'm not even sure what Halo Infinite's going to look like. I mean, from the art and everything that we've seen thus far of it, it definitely looks like they're trying to hype this up as an evolution from the original Halo, Combat Evolved. I mean, this art just mirrors that. Yeah, the Chief's back. We'll see. I mean, they got to revitalize this franchise. The interest is not what it used to be. Halo 4, personally myself, not a big fan of it. Halo 5, I think a lot of people felt let down by that. And I think I saw a Twitter user, I forget who it was, but they mentioned if you had to summarize the plot for Halo 4 and 5, a lot of people struggle with it because I personally don't even remember. I barely remember. Like, I know that Halo 5 was about Agent Locke versus the Chief, but I don't even remember how that happened or came to be, and I don't even think there was any satisfying conclusion to all that. I think Cortana died and came back evil. So, yeah, Halo's got to be big. I think a lot in the Halo community are hoping that 343 finally takes that step forward and brings the interest. We'll see, though. LSOM, right now, Forza Motorsport 8, that's the speculation. We'll keep on going. These are just some of the games that are speculated. Obviously, Halo Infinite gameplay, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. I mentioned this earlier. It just makes sense. This is kind of like their premiere exclusive right now. Scorn, I'm not sure about that, maybe. Overcooked, PES, and this is just a number of games that could be shown. These are all games that are confirmed for the Xbox Series X, and I doubt that all of these are going to be shown. But this is another announcement that's not game-related necessarily that I do think Microsoft's going to announce. It's something related with Xbox Live Gold options. Some rumors have indicated that it's going to be tied to Game Pass now. So if you just get a membership at $9.99, you get Game Pass and Xbox Live included together, which that's a big one for Microsoft. I mean, that's a big seller. So we'll see, though. These are all rumors right now, and we don't know what's actually going to happen. But, I mean, I would say some of the excitement is through the roof right now for this event, especially since Microsoft kind of dropped the ball last time around. Aurora Aether, a new Bioshock installment. It would be awesome to see a new Bioshock, but from what I've read, some of the articles and in-depth pieces indicate that it's still a while away from now. So we'll see, though. We'll see. I'm hoping that there's some big surprises in here. Like, I forget, was it the PlayStation stream that had the Wolf Among Us Season 2 that was teased? Or maybe that was the Xbox. But regardless, that was a pretty exciting one, since I love that game. This is what I mentioned earlier, the Outer Worlds site has been taken over, probably by a tease to story DLC announcement. And once you go to the website, this pops up, a drain of time, and we've all been waiting. I personally really enjoyed the Outer Worlds, and I've been looking forward to the DLC. A lot of people were surprised that we didn't see anything for a while, honestly. But yeah, it's still going. The DLC should be announced in this. We'll probably see like a 2 to 3 minute trailer or something, and an announcement or a release date probably for this holiday season. Super Bowl at 516, it should not be a loop. That was just how the stream began. It was a little messy because I had like 100 tabs open. Oh, it was the Game Awards show. Okay, thank you, Yersinia. Let's keep on going, and this is why I said that there's a very good chance that we're going to see a new Fable game announced, and it's actually coming from the source, Daniel Ahmad. He's a games analyst. He said Xbox will hold its game showcase tomorrow to show off the latest titles coming to the platform. I think it'll be a good show overall if you're a fan of Xbox game studios. No matter if you're an avowed Xbox fan or a fabled Xbox fan, it'll be good, and it's clear what he's teasing, Fable. There's been some other sources indicating we're going to see something Fable related, but like Clobril, who's Clobril, I apologize, I'm probably mispronouncing that, but he's been a source of a lot of Xbox related leaks, and he suggested that we may just see an in-engine trailer, which that's all they need to show, just get some excitement saying that Fable's back. Let's see, any other, I got some other pages open. Yeah, and these are just some of the other things that some Tech Radar mentioned, some of the things that Xbox has to do. And yeah, we're about 8 minutes away. I'm about to head to the stream. I'm just kind of going over some of the other things that we may or may not see right now, guys. Yeah, these are some of the other, again, Halo Infinite has to be a winner, and then price. Finally, somebody give us price, please. I'm tired of this standoff. And then Xbox Game Pass, this is the expectation that they're going to push this really hard. I mean, this is what I love about Xbox Game Pass. Aqua Dave, did they say no prices today? Because if that's the case, that's disappointing, because somebody's got to eventually. I really don't want to wait until August or September to find out that it's going to be $600 or something. Although at this point, nobody knows. Yeah, Dying Light 2, we haven't seen that in a while. I don't know what's going on over at Techland, but eventually they got to show it or reveal something. I know it's been delayed a couple times already. These are just, again, some speculation. And that was the Warzone 2.0 beta is just referencing Halo Infinite, and some people thinking that we may see a beta. And this is another thing I mentioned earlier, Elden Ring. The reason why I don't think it's going to be shown is just because some sources have said it's not going to be shown. 9volt says, well, he was asking about Elden Ring. There's a better chance of Bakugan than Elden Ring on Thursday. So keep your expectations in check. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to seeing that, but right now it doesn't look like we're going to. Let's see. Okay. And then what I was mentioning earlier, Forza 8, very likely we're going to see that. That'll probably be one of the obvious announcements. Let's go. Okay, and this is what I mentioned about Cyberpunk earlier. It was actually this specific tweet from Xbox a few days ago, and I actually have it up. I mentioned this in my last Cyberpunk video, if you watched it. The new Xbox Series X theme for Windows 10 is here. You can look, but you can't touch unless you have a touchscreen monitor, then touch away. And I downloaded the image. And if you look closely, it's poor quality, unfortunately, the image, but Halo Infinite, games to be announced, you can't see anything. For Phil, confidential. xCloud, seriously confidential. 2077, and if you look closely at this, it's actually the images or the artwork for the special edition console. So what's going to be shown for 2077, we have no idea, but right now it definitely seems like something is going to be shown. Decoy folder, smart delivery, secret sauce, Xbox Game Studios, and this is just a bunch of other stuff referencing the big July event and getting some hype for it, and this was a number of days ago. What do you guys think we may see for Cyberpunk? Personally, myself, I think maybe just a few minutes of gameplay. I'm thinking that's about it, but yeah, we're just about a few more minutes away. I'm gonna go full screen with this and we'll be able to see it. 5 more minutes. Seabiscuit, thank you for the donation. Really appreciate that. Thanks for the snack. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Forza 8. So, yeah, let me know. We got a few more minutes to go, guys. Any other expectations that you think we may see? I'm going to read over the chat. Tango Gameworks, I believe they're... I'm not sure. Trying to think at the top of my head right now. Here for Halo Infinite. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Halo Infinite. It's been quite the ride over the years with Halo, but I'm hoping that after the last game and the main game in the franchise, Halo 5, came out in 2015, and it was a bit disappointing. I think we all can agree on that. But Halo Wars 2 and some of the other stuff, some of the storylines, I know a lot of people have said that's really, really good, especially with the Banished. That looks intriguing. See how that storyline plays out. But I hope that we have more than a stupid little 4-hour campaign. I kind of hope that it is more of a focus. But rumors and everything have been everywhere. Yeah, I mean, inconsequential gaming, I agree. Xbox got to knock this out. I don't think it needs to be as big of a home run as some people think, but I do think they need a strong showcase here. Yeah, we may see some Ubisoft stuff. We may. I mean, Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, maybe some gameplay, but... Alan's Mustache, Dark Souls 3 Remastered. I actually didn't even think about, maybe... You can list off anything at this point. Anything could be shown. Even Call of Duty. What's going on with Call of Duty? We haven't seen that. I mean, kind of weird that we're at the end of July and we still have not seen the next Call of Duty game. Typically, those games are announced in the early part of what is it? May, April, somewhere around there. It's very surprising. EA may show Star Wars Squadrons, maybe. Yeah, thank you guys. We're just about to start. We're a few minutes. I'm about to turn off the background audio. I just wanted something so you don't hear just quiet nothing, I guess. I'm gonna turn it off. And we'll talk about everything that is or was revealed after the showcase and go back a little bit just for a few minutes. Again, I think Xbox got to knock this out, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, let me turn off the background audio. I'll change the screen so you can see it full in a second. Azel Ray, I would love to see some single-player RPGs from Xbox, but I think that's what they got some good studios for that. Yeah, Ben, I don't know what's going on with Beyond Good and Evil 2. I mean, it feels like this is the time. It should have been shown in Ubisoft Forward, but it would make sense that maybe they're holding off for maybe something like this. James, Xbox Series S reveal, you mean the Project Lockhart, the digital only? There's been so many rumors back and forth on that, I don't even know what's going on, personally. But yeah, Xbox with what I was saying before, RPGs, what they need, well, they have the talent. They got Obsidian, they got Exile Entertainment. They have some good studios that can do some really good stuff, and it'd be awesome to see them delve into some of these first or third-person RPGs, but we'll have to see. Do I think that... Well, let's see what you said. Series X will have a Windows mode? I'm not sure. Really not sure. Yeah, Boomer, okay, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Right now there is some speculation and some rumors and some insiders claiming that we're going to see something Fable related, although don't expect to see a massive reveal. It seems like we may just see some in-engine footage, teasing at it at least. Grand Theft Auto 6 is not going to be shown. If anything, we're going to see Grand Theft Auto 5 once again. We're still years away from Grand Theft Auto 6, and Rockstar does their own thing. We've learned that in the past multiple times. They don't need any of these events. Fable mobile game, that's pretty funny. The Fable series, I think they need to evolve that and change it all honestly up. But I really don't have any expectations. I'm just kind of excited to see what they bring to the table with a new Fable. Alright, we're 40 seconds away, and I'm going to go full screen with this, and we'll start. as I did with the PlayStation stream, I'll try to be quiet, but I may add in some thoughts, especially if there's some cringe. Saw that a couple times during the PlayStation stream, especially the typical sports stuff that always just, I don't know. It always gets me. Here we go, guys. I'm going to turn up the audio. Turn off annotations. 9, 8, here we go. Let me know if audio's good. Okay, I guess a countdown. Alright, thanks guys. Here we go. We are underway now.
The Mjolnir exosuit is now complete.
Starting off big right away.
Even though this technology will save humanity in the war to come, I must remind myself, liquid crystal cannot rise on its own. Titanium alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction. Armor cannot hope.
Here we go, Halo Infinite.
It all means nothing until you step inside.
Demo. Does this indicate something we can all play?
Am I dead already? I must be. I mean, this is a punishment, right? Yep, this is death. No! No! No, 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 no! This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, Chief. No. No. You. I can't stand this. Who you are.
Breathe.
No. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Oh, please. Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Okay, big guy.
And we are off. Here we go. Looks like Halo. I mean, there's not much you could really say so far. There's not really much you can say so far. It just looks like Halo. It does look like this is kind of open worldish, though. Or open, ended levels, like we saw in Gears. There's not much you can... I mean... I see some people really disappointed in the chat so far, but... This is like 2 minutes of gameplay so far. But yeah, it looks like Halo. I mean, if people are thinking this is going to be drastically different... Although I think some were. Some of those leaks were right. I think we just unraveled them. Okay, those leaks were right. Interesting. I saw some people clowning those leaks too, so make of that as you wish. This is just a demo, though, it should be pointed out.
The UNSC lost this war month.
months ago,
Yeah, the Banish. Here we
your
go.
people
Atriox.
are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. But here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
Halo Infinite. Still no release date, though. He does remind me of Thanos, though.
We hope you enjoyed your first look at Halo Infinite's campaign. I'm incredibly proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last two Halo games combined. Halo Infinite has been built from the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects, displayed with 10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways that have never been possible before. We look forward to sharing even more about Halo Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
Definitely got Combat Evolved.
World premiere.
Oop, okay. Well, Combat Evolved vibes from that footage. I think that's what they were going for, though. And yeah, kind of like Doom. Well, I had vibes from it. That's what I was saying out chat. Yeah, this may be State of Decay 3. Maybe. Looks like new IP. Maybe new IP. Can never tell with these CGI cinematic trailers. Well, that's one thing off the bingo card.
Welcome everyone to the Xbox Game Showcase. Today, we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox Game Studios, including unveils of 5 new first-party games. What you will see today is how Xbox Game Studios are harnessing their passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play, and we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play. These games will look and play best on Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity, performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio that has always pushed the limits of our hardware is Turn 10. And they're early in development on the next Forza Motorsport. And Xbox Series X is bringing them closer to their dream of unprecedented realism with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The trailer you're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
Yay.
World premiere.
Car games. Okay. I mean, that's just, it always at these events. Always get a big spotlight. Car goes brr. Yeah. Interesting, there was no Forza 8.
Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it. It is found in the smallest moments. In every step of a perilous journey. In the symmetry of ritual. In the bonds we share. And in moments of stillness. It teaches us to look beyond the expected. To be a light in dark places. To seek answers. And to stand watch over our world. Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it.
More family-oriented games start off. Well, at least with Everwild, I should say.
Everwild will give to you a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and to just truly lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And Eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects every living thing. The team here at Rare are so excited to be working on something like Everwild, and I hope you're excited too. But I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's shown their support and love, and for the incredible, awesome, positive community that's already growing around this game. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Whoa, I just got hit with a flood of memories.
Love you, Mom.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
Mom?
Allison?
Yeah.
Okay, now we got Life is Strange.
It doesn't matter that they don't believe us.
We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense. But we couldn't be sure.
It doesn't matter that they kept us apart.
Brother, sister, we look out for each other.
It doesn't matter that finding the truth feels impossible.
We're all done with fairy tales.
The only thing that matters is you're my brother. And the only way to move forward is to keep looking back.
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional. Everything we thought we knew about Marianne just got thrown out the window.
She loved you. She attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this. Stop!
Tell me why. Okay. Not much to really say so far. We got State of Decay, Halo, Everwild.
Hey everyone, my name is Gennady. I'm the co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today we're very excited to tell you that we're working on a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox Series X. We are now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously absolutely impossible on any console. An already gorgeous game like Ori can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate in full 4K HDR in its highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp, sharp image, and low input latency, which is just so important for the tight and precise platforming feel of this game. We can also boost the immersion in different spaces in our world by using premium audio tech that we previously just could not simulate in real time. And with all of this crazy hardware power, we can give our players more options with how they want to play our game. We can't wait for all of you to experience this very special version of Ori coming to Xbox Series X with smart delivery later this year.
Well, I think we have the Outer Worlds DLC now. We do.
From the furthest reaches of the universe comes the biggest mystery in the galaxy.
An abandoned research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel of the Gorgon asteroid. A sordid stopover, full of salacious secrets. and scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright unlawful today.
With the right kind of case,
they wanted us to develop a miracle drug.
Can put you on the wrong side of a gun. Or sword. Or this thing. Thrills. Danger. Intrigue.
A word of advice before you go, Captain? Trust no one.
What will you find on Gorgon?
That looks
This
fun.
unit cannot bring you any drinks in its current state.
September 9th. As someone who really liked the Outer Worlds, I'm looking forward to at least some more. We don't see expansions like this nowadays, unfortunately. So, I'm looking forward to it. But
if you're waiting for the biggest game of the year, then wait for Cyberpunk. But if you're ready for the smallest, we've got you covered. From Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of games that are nothing like this one. This summer, strive together to thrive together. Or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
I think people forget that Obsidian just, they know, it's that dark humor that I love about them.
At Obsidian, we're dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we do every day when we come to the office, and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Peril on Gorgon. It's the first of 2 planned story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together. Oh yeah, if you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
World premiere.
Oh wow. Are we okay?
We have always known war. It forged our empire. Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes. Now our oaths are lost, forsaken. And you must face the monsters our sins have borne.
Wait, did Obsidian just make their own Elder Scrolls? This is hilarious.
Is an oath worth the weight of a crown?
Oh my god, I'm in tears. Avowed, okay. Obsidian Scrolls. Yeah, Cyberpunk account actually acknowledged, they said, "We see you, Grounded" game on Twitter.
Avowed is an expansive first-person RPG set in the fantasy world of Eora. When Obsidian Entertainment joined Xbox Game Studios, they told us that this epic game is the one they want to make. As creators of critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at their best. and it is being built from the ground up to take full advantage of the power of Xbox Series X. At Xbox Game Studios, we also work with independent developers, always with the goal of empowering them to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
Man, I'm still shocked by that. Obsidian really...
Bonjour, I'm Caroline from Interior Night. Our team is really passionate about interactive storytelling because when you play a story, you step into the character's shoes. You get to experience their fears, their hopes, their conflicts firsthand. And in the process, you learn more about yourself. And this is quite powerful. Our first game spans 30 years in the American Southwest. It's a story about family, resilience, and sacrifice. But most of all, it's about how you will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world that don't fit in. I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
World premiere.
Fortune, smile and fade. I haven't seen you much of late. I need you now, cannot wait, but when I look, you're not around.
We were on our way to start a new life that summer. For our family, it was just a stopover.
For mine, it was the end of the road.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence? No. It was a long-forgotten secret, buried in the dark.
All my life, I've been scared of the shadows. But now, I'm finally ready to step into the light. I got your letters.
Here at Ninja Theory, we're hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we announced at the Game Awards back in December. An incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. And we're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic Warrior, an experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC. I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the beautiful country of Iceland. And you can find out more about our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can view straight after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel. It's been so touching to see the impact that Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's story so far. And we're excited for you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
Say hi to Peter. He's on the line
what?
here.
Peter has been sitting there the
Jack
whole time.
Black.
Who wrote the song?
Peter.
Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song.
I want to live there. Very much.
It's going to be fun to sing it. Now it's time to
probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins. Where are we?
Shh. It's a quiet place.
Lost alone, neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's blown. At the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up, I started to this rhyme. I can smell the universe, and I can taste the sky, and I can see each molecule through my cosmic eye. Senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes I've had, unlocking all my memories, which I never
Psychonauts 2, I mean, this isn't marketed towards probably a lot of us in here, but, I mean, Microsoft's trying to show off their variety. At least. I mean, that's what they're going for. I know some people just don't care for this stuff, but that's the... I'm quiet because I'm just soaking it in.
We can't wait for you to experience the amazing games built by Xbox Game Studios, and there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September.
Wow, that's pretty good.
For Game Pass Ultimate members, Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud. Later this year, Bungie will also release a new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox Series X. 4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
Yeah, Chad, I'm not disappointed. I just don't have much to say about some of these games. I mean, I think Obsidian's really the highlight thus far.
I've seen terrible things.
Their little cyberpunk joke and Outer Worlds
Every moment
DLC
brings them closer.
and Pillars of Eternity
It's
going
time to step beyond
evolving.
the light.
I mean, it's Destiny. Destiny has a very loyal fan base, and a lot of people are happy with what the game has progressed into.
This is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the world's most inspired developers are working on games for Xbox Series X, and we're just honored to be able to collaborate with them. Xbox Series X will empower both new and experienced creators to bring the future of games to life like never before. Unique perspectives, unexpected innovations, and fresh voices that demand to be heard and that we can't wait for you to discover. All of the games you're about to see are being built to launch exclusively on Xbox consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
World premiere.
What is this? Stalker? Metro? Is this Metro? Or something else? Console launch exclusive, remember that, I saw that. Is this Stalker? I'm not a big... I never... Yeah, I think it is Stalker based on what you guys are all saying. Interesting though, console launch exclusive. Yeah, Stalker 2. Yeah, I never really got around to playing the original. I mean, I've seen footage and stuff for it, but I watched some, but
World premiere.
Just one of those games.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigations. Our recon squad has been sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive to determine the full extent of the unrest. I'll know more when they make it back. If they make it back.
So is that an exclusive or
world premiere?
Console launch, okay.
Something changed, my heart could not contain.
Okay, Billy Davis, I see that. It's coming to Steam too.
Of this world and all that it creates. With every passing day, the winds might grow stronger, carry us away, but we will hold on to joy to light the way. The reminder that love does not escape. I'm yours forever. There is no end in sight for us. Nothing could push us.
It's like a mobile game. Yeah, Tetris. Tetris Effect. Okay.
World premiere.
Approaching orbit. Scans a no-go. Sure you want to drop here?
Oh yeah. Already lacing up my boots back here.
What we got? Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Whoa. Hold on. Let me check.
Find anything good?
I will say from what we've seen, I don't really see much that screams next gen. I don't know if that's... Maybe that should be expected, but... Also, we haven't really seen much gameplay to begin with. The gunk. I don't know, what do you guys think of the show so far? I think it's okay. I mean, there's some good here, but some of this... not for me. That's just my taste. Like, I get their variety, what they're going for, but... I mean, it's what I expect out of Xbox, honestly. We'll see, though. Maybe there's some more surprises. We still got about 10-15 minutes to go. Still waiting to see if they show Fable or Cyberpunk.
It all starts with a dead girl. A forest. The moon. Scent of pines. And then... the gunshot.
Gun go pew pew.
Every story has two sides. A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth. Not unlike a nightmare. I can see both. Worse, I can live them.
Is this medium? I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's an interesting concept. I saw some images the other day, but I don't know how that translates into a full game.
Anyone there?
Yeah, it's different. I'll give it that, but
What is this place?
I mean, I'll give it this game. I don't know much about it. It looks different, and that's interesting, at least. Yeah.
World premiere.
Sega, that was one of the things in the bingo card. Oh, you see something.
Luis Torres. I've seen your future. Global risk is scared of the weapon you will become.
Destiny chose me to save this world. And I will see it done.
Blacklist, we make our own path. We protect our own.
Can you protect me from fate?
Seconds.
We got cover.
Soon, the entire world will burn, all because of him.
The ghost is here! Today, you saw 10 world premieres and 22 console launch exclusives. Game Pass members can play every game you have seen today from Xbox Game Studios and all of our partners in the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to Xbox Series X. And some of the games you already love and some you have yet to play will also be optimized for Xbox Series X. Games like Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves. You'll get the next-gen upgrades at no additional cost when they launch. You can expect a lineup of over 100 titles for Xbox Series X this holiday season. With Series X and Game Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are at the center of everything we do.
Hi, Matt. How about
Now,
the price?
You may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox Game Studios today. That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
I guess we're not seeing
world
something.
premiere.
Unless this is Fable. Yep, it's Fable. Here we go. No Cyberpunk, though, but we get Fable.
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes and treacherous villains, of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature and magic live in perfect harmony. Not all stories have happy endings. But yours
Well, we have Fable
has
here.
yet to be written.
There we go. It was very short, though, the tease. But it's confirmed, at least. I mean, it's kind of hard to form an opinion on Fable just because cinematic CGI trailer. But it's back, I guess that's what they were trying to say. Still no price. Jesus. And that's it. Okay. Let me get some background music going. We'll talk about this. I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't really show much third-party big exclusives. They did show some, like Stalker 2 is pretty cool. No Cyberpunk though. It's kind of strange why they like hyped it up and stuff, or at least teased at it and gave. But I guess that's what you get out of these marketing shticks. I mean, technically though, we did see something. I will say this wasn't like a horrible. I think some people are really exaggerating. This is what you get out of these showcases. It's a lot of stuff that you probably don't care about, not your taste. And then there's a couple of things that you do like. Like Halo, I thought looked interesting, but there's just not enough I know about it still. Buying the Series X for Tetris. It's good for you, Alan's mustache. Avowed though, I think Obsidian knocked this out of the park. I think Obsidian, that's really the only highlight that I really thought was great. Let me find it in here if I can. Here we are. I'm not gonna play the Outer Worlds trailer, but I do want to. I missed one part. Let me quickly. We're gonna go through just briefly.
In its current state.
Yeah, September 9th.
If you're waiting for the biggest
I thought this is pretty good.
Of the year.
This is pretty awesome.
Then wait for Cyberpunk.
Come on, that's pretty good.
But if you're ready for the...
I love that humor. I'm trying to find the Fergus Urquhart. He's right here. Let me talk briefly.
This unit cannot bring you any drinks in its current.
Maybe not. Maybe after this. Yeah, here it is. I'm just curious what he said about.
And we're dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we do every day when we come to the office, and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Peril on Gorgon. It's the first of 2 plans.
That's what I thought he said. So there's 2 story DLCs coming for the Outer Worlds. That's pretty cool. Hey, say what you want. I'm all down for these companies whenever they give story DLC. That's the one thing that disappoints me about this generation of gaming, the lack of this. But 1 of 2. So I don't know if you guys caught that or maybe you didn't, but this is something that I wanted to make sure. But that's pretty cool. And then the next one, this is what everybody's going to be talking about. Pillars of Eternity, evolving first-person role-playing fantasy RPG. They're doing what Bethesda did years ago with Fallout. And I'm actually excited about that. I know people are joking like Obsidian Scrolls is coming, but hey, I mean, Obsidian, there's a lot of people loving what Obsidian's doing now.
Story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that.
So yeah, 1 of 2, September 9th, the first one. I'm guessing the next one will come out sometime in early 2021. Yeah, let's take a look. We're going to wrap this stream up in a few minutes, but I just want to go over some of the top things that I actually thought was pretty cool.
It forged our empire.
This is what has me excited.
Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes. Now our oaths are lost. Forsaken. And you must face the monsters.
Yeah, that's...
Our sins have borne. Is an oath worth the weight of a crown?
I mean, say what you want, but I think Obsidian knocked it out of the ballpark overall with all their stuff. I mean, the rest of the showcase, there's some good here. I'm not sure what I think of Halo Infinite yet. That's another one we talked at it started the show off. I don't know what to make of it. They had this Westworld-like intro, which I guess was cool. And then they showed some demo gameplay. Again, not much to take away from it. It looks interesting. I mean, they're going with the open world touch. A lot of the leaks have been confirmed, the grappling hook and stuff from that 4chan post. I don't trust 4chan usually, but they were right here. Yeah, and if you don't know what I'm referring to, it's this leak. Halo Infinite apparently has grappling hooks, sprinting, and more. So, yeah, well, somebody said it was fake. Well, it looks like it's actually... Well, at least maybe some of that was fake. Grappling hook is limited knowledge. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Halo Infinite looks like Halo. I mean, I think some people were expecting it to be drastically different, like evolve, like into something really different. It's not. You get Halo Combat Evolved vibes from some of the environments and some of the level design here. Yeah, I'm focusing on stuff I like. I mean, there's the TAC Mech, you got upgrades, so they're doing something different, maybe not drastically different like some people expected. Although I think a lot of people would have preferred we saw some multiplayer gameplay, since that is going to be the focus for a lot of people. Although how long the campaign is, how much time we're going to be spending with it is going to be more than some 4-hour campaign that we've had in the past. Who knows? Yeah, Warthog go grr, yeah, it does. I mean, they spent a big time trying to hype up Atriox, though, and it's a good Halo villain, I'll give you that. A lot of people love rolling the Halo Wars games. This is the opening Pluto 222, this was trash, no gameplay. I think that was one of the criticisms, I'll be honest, I have myself. I wish that we stop with the CGI cinematic trailers. I'm just exhausted by this stuff.
This was trash, no gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, like State of Decay 3, I've just show the gameplay, please. Just show gameplay. Anyway, and this is what I was referring to. We see Atriox give like some really intimidating speech, trying to hype him up.
Without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone.
Yeah, Eternal Rivals. Yeah, Fable got announced, but yeah, you're right. It's very unlikely we're going to see it anytime. I mean, it's good that they announced it, but not much was shown.
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes and treacherous villains.
Yeah, it's a teaser.
Of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature and magic live in perfect harmony.
I mean, I thought that was funny, but this is also, again, I'm not gameplay or anything.
But you're...
Yeah, I mean, Fable looks good too, and then Stalker 2 was another one that I thought was pretty cool. Crossfire, I think that was somewhat interesting, although it looks like kind of just like typical FPS game, so... Yeah, what do you guys make of this? Let me know, chat. I'm going to wrap this stream up in a few minutes, but I thought we'd go for at least a couple more talk about what's going on. We didn't really see anything Xbox Series X related. I was kind of hoping, just show the price. Somebody, please, Xbox or Sony, somebody just please announce it. This standoff's getting annoying. We're almost in August and we still don't know, and these consoles are supposed to be launching in November. Yeah, I see some mixed reactions. I see some people saying this show is trash, some people saying they loved it. I think there wasn't enough gameplay, and Microsoft, what they've always done is they try to show off variety. Like, I know some people aren't going to care about Everwild from Rare, Psychonauts 2, but this is just what Microsoft is. They're about variety, and unfortunately for a lot of gamers, that's just, it doesn't equal up to the measure that Sony has, especially with their quality of exclusives, because some of Microsoft's, they've had some really big bummers this generation, like Crackdown 3, that was a mess. Recore was forgettable. Quantum Break, I think a lot of people, even though I think some people really liked it, again, forgettable. It's just it's been hit and miss with the exclusives, and so far I don't really see anything that has my I don't know, I don't have confidence yet that we're seeing a drastic change up here in this next generation. I mean, Obsidian, I will give them this. Obsidian, that was the best thing that they did in a long time. Buying Obsidian, because that has everything that they showed, I'm excited for. Grounded, I'm not too big on that, but I like that at least. I heard some good impressions about it, and it's different. I mean, it's a smaller game. I think they only have like 10 or 11, 12 people working on it. But their other stuff, the Outer Worlds, I personally really liked it. It was a smaller AA game. I wouldn't call it AAA because the budget wasn't huge. But they're going to have 2 story DLCs coming. That'll be pretty fun. And I mean, remember, this is a franchise that can evolve in the future. And then they also had Avowed. Avowed looks pretty cool too. I don't know what to make of it yet, but we did see a little tease. It looks like Obsidian Scrolls. Bethesda better watch out. But hey, I mean, I think a lot of people are excited about what's to come from Obsidian. But the other Xbox studios, Rare, 343, Ninja Theory, we'll have to see. I mean, also, yeah, Hellblade, I wish they'd showed some gameplay of that. I don't know why we didn't see that. Not enough gameplay. And State of Decay 3. State of Decay franchise, I just find it a little too... it's just never piqued my interest enough. I've tried the games, I just never found it enjoyable. I mean, I saw somebody joking in the chat, they were hopeful to see State of Decay. I mean, they were like, is this Days Gone for Xbox? And honestly, if they actually did that, made it Days Gone-like with story focus, I'd be more interested in it. But this, like, cinematic trailer and stuff, it just doesn't... It doesn't do it for me. Destiny 2, I mean, Bungie and Microsoft have always had a strong relationship, even though that they had a little bit of an ugly breakup, but, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they're working together now, especially with them no longer being with Activision. Yeah, Cyberpunk, I'm really surprised they didn't show any footage or just a couple of minutes of... this was teased, as I said earlier. I bring up this tweet from Xbox. I don't know why they were hyping all this stuff up, but... Yeah, like all this is supposed to be all the stuff. I mean, 2077, that was kind of the, I guess, whatever, it's just like it wasn't. I mean, we did get a mention of Cyberpunk 2077 by Obsidian, but... Yeah, Class Kitsune, I see that. I know it's the Brutes and Elites that you're fighting. Yeah, I know, the Banished is going to be the big focus of Halo. Good Eye, they have 2 shows. I don't know when the next show's coming, but maybe. No. Okay, Cyberpunk is not an exclusive for Xbox in any capacity. That goes against what CDPR is all for. I think some people just expected them to show off some more third-party releases, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Watch Dogs Legion, and Cyberpunk, or maybe even Star Wars Squadrons, but we didn't see any of these massive AAA third-party games at all, really. Yeah, Hayden, I mean, that's a good point, but I mean, I think a lot of people are expecting it because Microsoft and CDPR have had a partnership, and remember, at E3 2018-2019, this popped up on, I believe it was Microsoft stage each time. Correct me if I'm wrong. And State of Decay 3. Yeah, I'm just reading through chat right now. Any other thoughts? Throw them in there for me, guys. Yeah, and I see people saying that Xbox, I mean, they don't have exclusives since they're all available on PC, and I guess that's true. But, I mean, Sony's heading that way too soon. You're going to see a lot more of these Horizon Zero Dawn, Last of Us. A lot of these games are going to PC eventually, so... I don't think we're going to see them, like, releasing day one like how it is for Xbox, but... Where money can be made, that's, I mean, these companies aren't going to lose out on that. Yeah, Night City Wire Part 2, I mentioned this in my last... It should be coming soon no matter what. And we'll for sure get some new gameplay, a new look. Hopefully look at some of the other features in Cyberpunk. But I'm also working on a big video for that, so look out for that in a couple days. I also have some other projects that my Patreons know about. I'm trying to get... It's just taking forever to get through them. Some of this is just so much research with some of these topics, especially the subject of mobile games, which is just it's a mess. Yeah, let me know out of 10, guys. What do you think of this showcase? Let me know in the chat. What do you think out of 10? What would you rate it? Personally, myself, I'd give it maybe 7, maybe 6. I think it was okay. It wasn't great. I mean, I think Sony's was more of like an 8 or a 9. You don't see... I can't think of really any showcase in the past that really just was on fire non-stop. You're not going to get that ever. You're going to have some stuff you're going to like, and then you're going to have some stuff that you don't like. It's just kind of how it always is. Because these companies are also trying to reach out to every different demographic and every different interest. Yeah, I see some random scores. It seems like around a 6 is the overall opinion, which isn't horrible. It's just, it's okay. It's average. Which I think that's fine. Remember, we got to see Halo Infinite gameplay. Everybody was looking forward to that. We got to see... We had some announcements. State of Decay 3. Some people really like that. Everwild got some new game... Well, was that gameplay? Or a new cinematic, I guess. Fable at least got announced. And then Obsidian stole the show with all of their stuff. Brian, that's just my take. I'd give them an 8 for their showcase. I think there was some really cool announcements there, regardless of if there was gameplay or not. But yes, I criticized that even in that stream. I'm really tired of these showcases without gameplay. Quit with the CGI and cinematics. We don't need to spend millions of dollars on that. I get that it looks good in TV commercial, but it's just so misleading to products. We've seen that so many times in the past. You see these really cool cinematics, and it ends up not being that. It ends up being... I mean, it's always going to be lesser. Yeah, Battle Brother, I have some speculation that the Flood may be returning in Halo, but I have no idea. These are just so many rumors everywhere. Although some of them have turned out true, like the fact that this is going to be featuring an open world, levels at least. And the grappling hook. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the reveals in here, they were very quick. They didn't show much for them. Just trying to search through them. Yeah, I think this is something a lot of people are excited for too. Warhammer Darktide. I saw a lot of people getting excited for this.
Sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive to determine the full extent of the unrest. I'll know more when they make it back.
Yep, Warhammer, Darktide. I saw a lot of excitement for that. So there was some good stuff here. Some stuff that I didn't care for. I already mentioned earlier, but yeah, you see the overall opinion seems to be around a 6, 7. It's where I'm at. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this stream up in just about a minute, guys. Any other last thoughts, throw them in here. I was surprised we didn't hear anything about Game Pass or, well, more details on what's going on with Gold membership. There's some rumors with that, too, that didn't turn out to be true or just didn't pop up here. You know, score, and I noticed that. I thought that was surprising. But, I mean, they were trying to fit this all into a 1-hour show, and they did that. Elden Ring was already... There was already some rumors and some insiders claiming it was not going to be shown, so... Green Tea, will you stream often? I mean, I streamed some of these bigger events. Like, I didn't do Ubisoft Forward because I didn't care for it. I mean, I already knew it was going to be shown based on all the leaks since Ubisoft's so leaky. Maybe in the future I'll do more streams, maybe on Twitch, maybe here, I'm not sure. It's more my living situation, which doesn't allow too many streams. It's always chaotic and loud. I will stream, of course, Night City Wire once that happens, whenever that is. Like I did with Red Dead years ago. I streamed every single reveal event that they had. Gaming G, don't know why people complain about cinematics instead of gameplay when Sony did the same thing. I agree. I think that's a criticism both Microsoft and Sony and all these AAA companies can deserve to get. But even besides that point, I still think that Sony had a better showcase than Microsoft, but that's my personal perspective. I think there's some good stuff here no matter what, and same with the PlayStation 5 reveal event. But I still don't really feel anything next-gen too much. I don't get a sense of any of that from this so far. But maybe that's just because we're very early. We're not even in the next generation. Maybe it'll take time for that. But, I mean, Sony, at least, I will give them credit because I saw that with some of their titles. The beauty of Horizon Zero Dawn.
If
Yeah, and the medium, like I said earlier, looks interesting. Has an interesting concept. Ockman, or OK Man, says, do you know whatever happened to the James Cameron Avatar game? I don't know. I mean, that was something that was announced by Ubisoft. There's a lot of questions of what's going on with Ubisoft. They didn't show Skull and Bones because it's being rebooted. Yes, being rebooted to be a Fortnite-like live serve doesn't sound great. Beyond Good and Evil 2 wasn't shown by Ubisoft Forward, at Ubisoft Forward. And yeah, the Avatar game that I think was supposed to be coming from Ubisoft, if I remember correctly, that was also not. James, I have played Ghost of Tsushima. I rolled credits on it last night. Some of my thoughts are over on Twitter, but overall I liked it. Yeah, no Call of Duty, yes. I'm surprised we haven't seen Call of Duty at this point. Although this was the closest thing to Call of Duty, Crossfire. Has that Call of Duty vibe.
Today, you saw 10.
Yeah, it was an overall, I think the showcase was okay. It was average, it was fine. Nothing special. Well, there was some good special announcements, but nothing groundbreaking, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I think that if they'd thrown in some gameplay for some other third party games, I think it would have made it a little bit better, like Cyberpunk, maybe Assassin's Creed. But yeah, it's fine. I think people always get their expectations a little too high with these reveal events, because I swear every single time, even with the Sony event, I saw a lot of people disappointed, which I don't really know why, because I thought that was one of the top tier ones. Yeah, CCSK, I don't think it was as bad as what it was in May. I think May was pretty darn bad. This is fine. I mean, Alchemy, all the games from Xbox are featured on Game Pass. Yeah, Daryl, I know people do like to complain, but there are some valid criticisms that can be made here. Although, yeah, I think some people, yeah, I hear what you're trying to say. I was happy, though, that they didn't have any of these just bizarre song little intro things that they always put in these showcases. Montages. I was pretty happy that it was just straightforward game after game after game. But yeah, one of the surprising things was we didn't really see much of Hellblade.
Our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good for you, Lux. I'm interested in it, at least. It looks somewhat different.
On so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's story so far. We're excited for you.
James, what do you think would be the game of this generation? Ghost of Tsushima, Red Dead, or Cyberpunk? I haven't played Cyberpunk, so I don't know. Ghost of Tsushima wasn't a little repetitive in a lot of ways, but it had some heart to it. Red Dead was, you already know my opinion on that. I love the storytelling. My personal game of this generation is still The Witcher 3, but that's me. Lux, that was just something that I guess I think this was a surprise for everybody. I don't think there was any leaks for it, but it is from the Pillars of Eternity universe, and it's going first-person RPG, so it's an established franchise, so there's some lore already established there. Daniel Hardman, I mean, the art style is not really that drastically different. It looks a little bit better. It looks fine. I mean, Halo, we only saw a few minutes of footage from that specific level. I think it looks Combat Evolved-esque. I think that's what they were going for, too. Yeah, and Madame, yep, I agree with that. Halo 2 Anniversary stuff. The older Halo games. Ethan, there's no word on a beta at all. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. it's been fun. Hopefully we have another stream soon. Maybe next time it is Cyberpunk 2077. Hopefully Night City Wire 2. I'm working on more content. Hopefully I have a new video up tomorrow. And of course I have a huge Cyberpunk news video I'm working on. There's just so much that's been revealed in the last few days. Yeah, we got a lot to discuss with that. But as always, I do want to thank my patrons that do make a lot of this possible. Thank you guys for supporting me if you are watching and if you are here. I'm working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But as always, if you guys haven't already, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing for more. And yeah, until next time, remember to check out the channel for more content. I'm working behind the scenes on a lot of lengthy projects. And I shall see you all later.